Presenters.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Oh, this is me this time. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Hello and welcome to the Mushie moment for today, Halloween. It's October 31st. Isn't that exciting? And we are here on paceradio.net, cbgtv.com, coming to you through Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. I mean, all those places, Roku. We're all over the place. Seek and ye shall find, because we are there.
And I just realized I'm not even wearing a goofy hat or anything.
I know, I was thinking the same things. Like,
no, go on as me in the morning.
Yeah, like all of my costume stuff is in there. I should have been dressed up in my costume. Oh, wow.
But that's because we're a little excited about something coming up this weekend as well. Oh, my God, did I just sing that?
You did. You are that excited that you sang it. But I'm jumping on board that train because I like it. I am that excited too. Tomorrow I hop on a plane and I head out to British Columbia once again. I am heading to the Spirit Plant Medicine Conference and I am so fucking excited. I was telling Steve before the show that when I first learned about, all of these medicines, it was with the movie Dosed. And we followed Adrienne, get sober and get healed through plant medicines. And one of the things that she took us, that we followed her to was the conference. That would have been, I think she went to the one 4 or 5 years ago. So like, I mean, going through that, and then when I came out to do iboga the first time, I was invited to the next one, which, didn't happen. And then the next one didn't happen. And then I didn't make it there last year. So I am like, I'm about to live a dream, and it's just it's been 3-ish years in the making, and I'm so fucking excited.
Yeah, my experience there is kind of different because John and I actually had a table there last year, which was my first year ever going. And I had my mind blown. The speakers, the guests, the organization, the knowledge, the doctors, the science. It was absolutely mind-blowing. John and I, we were there at a table with the at ease thing, and it was like, oh, but this year I know what I'm going for, and it's like, oh yeah. Last year I went in blind, but this year it's like, yeah, this is awesome. And the speakers this year, huh?
I'm just one of the other reasons I'm so unbelievably thrilled to be going. I attribute me heading into this whole world to the movie Dosed. I got to see it. I got to learn a little bit. I got to see a number of people up on the screen helping to heal. I have had the honor of meeting a lot of them and working with some of them too. So this weekend I get to meet, he's not speaking, but I get to meet Mark Howard for the first time. And I'm I'm very excited about that. There are my nurses coming in with his wife, another nurse, and they both work with iboga, Patrick Fishley and his wife, Michelle. I haven't met Michelle yet. So that's another one I'm so excited. But one of the people in the video, I never, ever, ever thought that I would ever have the chance to meet or shake his hand and say thank you. And he's speaking. So
Yeah.
I was lucky enough that somebody pointed out to me that when the tickets were on half price, that the VIP ticket was less than the general admission ticket is regularly. And I'm like, oh, well, then I'm going VIP. Let me buy that right now. So I get to be in the VIP section when he's speaking. I get to shake his hand, and I'll get to tell him what a big impact he made on my life.
and ask him to come on the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Well, that'll be the next question. But first I will, I will show him some accolades. I'm so excited it comes out my eyes, dude. I'm so excited it comes out my eyes.
Okay, well, don't name him yet.
Okay.
Okay? Because what I want to do, I'll pull up I'm going to pull up their thing right off the top that shows all the presenters.
Okay.
And I'll play their little video from the Spirit Plant of what's upcoming. And then after that, we will go to that person, okay?
Okay. Wow. I mean,
Yeah,
I haven't stopped to take a look. I'm going and I know a couple of the names, and I'm really excited to meet Stephen and Mark, the gentleman putting this on, because I've been friends on Facebook with them and I've chatted and interviewed both of them. So I'm just unbelievably excited for the opportunities that I'm going to be given here. And I decided to leave a lot of it up to as a surprise. I don't know a lot of the names. I'm still new to learning a lot of the names. So I was just going to go listen, right? I was going to go listen with absolutely no expectations except for the two that I know. And I'm going to desperately try not to be the starstruck teenager, but I'm, probably going to be.
That's okay. You be there for both of us, and then I'll be the person that hands the card and goes, please, we'd like to have you on the podcast.
You'll be the sane one for me.
Yeah,
how's that gonna work, Steve?
Let's see. Should we show who this person is?
Yeah. Let's talk about this person that has made. He's made an impact in your life as well. He's just such an amazing dude. Steve is clicking buttons, so I'm going to babble about him for a minute. I've watched some of his podcasts that they've put out where he's been speaking, it's an hour long, speaking engagement. He's just so well spoken. He engages with his audience, always engages with his audience. So sitting in the VIP section, I'm going to be desperately trying not to show my emotions when it's happening, because he engages with his audience. I don't need him talking to me and getting me talking in front of everybody. What?
Okay, is it coming up now? I want to go add to stage.
Oh, there he is.
Okay. Are we ready?
Gabor.
Here we go.
Trauma, again, is not what happened to you. It's what happened inside you as a result of what happened to you. And that's the good news. Because if trauma was what happened to you, that somebody sexually abused you, or that your parents died in a war, if that was the trauma, there's nothing you can do to change that. That happened. It was never not going to have happened. But if the trauma is the wound that you incurred inwardly, you can heal that wound at any time. So actually, the recognizing what trauma is an internal psychological wound with manifestations in your body, actually allows you to heal it. Trauma again is not what happened.
Wow.
Gabor Maté, yeah, he's been on my radar for many years, and you know, yeah, the first time I spoke to him, I didn't know what to ask or say. I actually didn't honestly believe that I would end up talking to him. And it was funny because I was seeking him so bad after his book, In the Realm of the Hungry Ghost on Addiction. And yeah, he's inspired my healing, my pathway immensely. He's changed my life, everything. His new book, The Myth of Normal.
Oh, it's
Man.
I can't wait to. I'm hoping that will be on sale there. Of course, because I mean, I want to own it, and I've been holding off buying it because I mean, if I can buy it there and get him to autograph it, like, I mean,
you mean if you can buy them there and get him to autograph them?
Yes, them.
Just
I have to get a few. You know, like when I watched the movie, like, I mean, I was focused on the healers, the people that would be giving the iboga. So I didn't pay as much attention to the doctor that was there, just giving some advice. But when I started seriously seeking it, and I spoke out with it to my psychiatrist, in our conversation, you know, she wasn't really quite behind it. And then his name came up, and I'm like, well, he's in the movie. I said, he supports it. He endorses it, right? Like, he, you know, he believes in this medicine. And that's when she got on board. And she's helped me with all the tests that I need every time I need tests. And she, you know, does her own research. And, you know, so, you know, that's how he came on my radar here, you know, 3 years ago, was because she brought him up. And it was his connection that got me her support and made it easier for me to get out there and do this medicine. And for that, I am thankful for him. I mean, not to mention for all the other teachings and what he puts out there, and his love and his connection with the world. And, you know,
I love that he speaks his brain and he speaks healing language.
Oh,
when
yeah.
you watch his videos, there's so much comes out, and you can see it's real. It's him in his lived experience giving what he's learned.
Yeah.
And for me, in my pathway of where I've been walking, man, I hear it. I resonate in it. And those little things my brain is looking for that are the stepping stones to finding that next level. You know, it's like, oh, that's why.
His Myth and Normal for me has been life-changing.
Yes, for me as well. And, you know, in viewing I think anybody that reads that book will look back on their life differently.
Yeah.
And yeah, in that it's life-changing. It's healing. You know, it's just something that goes, oh, I get it. And I can now let it go because I've carried it for so long because I didn't get it. Now it's like, oh, there you go. Bye-bye. You're filed. You can sit there. If I ever need you, I'll come look.
Yeah. Yep. So my hands are sweaty at the thought of I get to shake this man's hand.
Don't do it with sweaty hands. That's always gross.
I got to wear something.
I'm kidding. And then, well, there's also Stephen Gray. There's also Marc Caron, who they're the facilitators at this event. Shall I throw on a little bit of the Stephen Gray so people can know who he is?
Yeah, Stephen. We had Stephen on the show over sometime. I can't remember when it was, in 2023. What time of year did we have him on? I can't remember. He was on the show. He was a fun guest. he thought he was coming on to talk about his book, and we didn't let him. We talked about him, which at first made him a little uncomfortable, and then he got into it, and he was such a fun guest. He was so enjoyable. He's told a couple of stories. We did talk about the book because he said, "Can I just tell you some stuff?" And so, of course, like, whatever you want, my friend. And
that was one that he'd edited. This one I'm about to show the clip on is actually one that he wrote.
Yes.
And we're hoping to bring him back in the coming up in the future here. I know he's been really, really busy getting all of this going. If I add the stage, and then I go to here, and then it's working.
We're at an unbelievably rare moment, in fact, I'd say unique moment in human history. Ego has dominated the planet. Cannabis and the other psychedelics have immense potential to cut through, to be really direct and really powerful and help people wake up, and they're announcing their presence much more directly at this very moment. A couple of the people in the book refer to cannabis as the sacrament of peace. It has this potential to calm us down, open our hearts, bring us into the real, into the moment. Basically, for survival on this planet, the whole species needs to become spiritualized. We need to recognize who we are, and it's about trust of the moment and trust of the intelligence that we have, calming the mind down and being present and moving through the world with this kind of grace. The karma of the world has reached the end, essentially. The only thing that's going to pull us through is a massive spiritual awakening that connects more and more people to our true relationship, because then we start to realize that we are not separate, that the ego part of us was this illusion. We are connected to all this. We are connected to Gaia, the living earth. We're connected to the plants. We're connected to each other. We're part of God in that sense. We are the creators, and so this is our planet. We have to look after. We have to look after each other. We have to have a reciprocal relationship with this planet. That's what's going to pull us through this next period of time. So cannabis can participate in that, absolutely. It's the people's plant. It's the most accessible of all the psychedelics, and when used effectively, it has a unique quality among the psychedelics, isn't it? It's both powerful and gentle at the same time. But even when it's powerful, it has a gentle way of bringing you in.
Okay, I'm excited for that one too, because one of the things that Stephen is doing at the conference is he is running a cannabis ceremony, a spiritual cannabis ceremony. And I'm beyond excited to be part of that. Like, that's pretty cool. I've never even heard of doing that until chatting with him. And so, yeah, I'm really excited for that one.
He did one at the book release of the one he added. Let me grab it here because I don't have the title off. How psychedelics can help save the world.
Yep, I've got mine too, but I'm not going to dig it out because you've got yours. You were fast.
Well, I got it right here. I can't wait to get I got a stack of books right here. I have a real issue reading books. I got cataracts, but they're supposed to be done next month. And then I can actually read books again. And I've got a stack here of, ones that people have given me, and, like plant foods, nutritional immunology, a scientific approach. So I figure I've got all these the other ones coming my way in this pathway I'm walking, but my brain requires a little science to back the stuff up. And yeah. Just checking the time, making sure we're not getting there yet.
We're good. I got you. So yeah, no. So I'm really excited for this. I'm again, I hope that Stephen is there, and I'm sure he'll have a booth selling his books. But I'm excited to do this cannabis ceremony because it was not something that was ever on my radar.
Yeah, I participated last year. It was cool. It was my introduction to it as a ceremony and a sacrament, because my whole life it's just been using it without even knowing why. Once I learned about our endocannabinoid system, and that our endocannabinoid system is second only to our nervous system, and that it requires cannabinoids, and that when you go through trauma or constant aspects of trauma, and your brain works in that trauma format, that you require more cannabinoids. I know very little people in the trauma world that don't utilize cannabis. I know a few, because they grew up in that area where they just look at it as bad, but most of them are the ones on the SSRIs or the SRIs, but they're looking, they're kind of like, oh yeah, well, we're watching.
Yep.
But yeah, this is going to be freaking awesome.
It is. I'm I'm pretty excited about it. It's a number of people there speaking, as we saw in the video that we played earlier. And I was very interested. I sat up and read the little descriptions that were under most of the names. And then we get a sound bath. There's somebody coming to perform a sound bath. I forget her name already, but a beautiful lady is coming to perform a sound bath.
Is that the one with Theta Phoenix?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's some awesome stuff happens there. The other thing that's going to blow your mind is the artwork that people have there. There's so much incredible art. There's this one dude, I can't remember his name, but the carvings he does are mind-boggling. He takes pictures of his carvings and turns them into stickers. I have a few. I just can't get you over there to see them, but I've got them stuck up already. But they're beautiful stickers. And then you look up and it's actually a picture of his carving. You're looking at this sticker thinking he's done this beautiful art design by hand for a sticker. And it's like, no, he just took a picture of this huge wooden carving that he's done. You're going to blow your mind.
Wow.
And the people there, absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to meet Mark Howard, because I didn't meet him till I was on my way out last year. And I've been in touch with that man for years.
He's on my radar. He's I consider Mark a personal friend already, and I've never actually met the man in person. So, there's an overdue hug there.
His power scares the hell out of me. I've been running for years. This year I'm going to embrace it.
Yes. Yeah, he is he's a beautiful man, inside note, and I think he's been wanting to dose me ever since I went to Gareth. And I'm really excited to meet Mark in person. It's it's one of those honors that I'm just, I excited is the only word I can have. Excited and thankful and grateful that I get to meet a lot of these people face to face and shake some hands when I'm there. It's pretty cool. I get to go.
Hey, so if anybody out there is in Vancouver, you can always swing by and say hi. You may not get into where the presentations are happening, but I've got a booth outside with John. John and I are set up with our at ease booth out there, and we'll just be out there able to say hi to, because I'll be leaving John at the booth while I run in to see all of the presentations. Sorry, John.
No, you're not.
Giving him advance notice live on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope you're watching, John. If not, you're in for a shock on Friday.
Oh man. Yeah, this is pretty damn exciting. Okay, how do I do this again? I go here and I go, sorry, I talk as I'm trying to figure this out. Just so everyone knows, this is the first time that I've been designated to run all this stuff. And sometimes I just kind of blah, blah, blah as I'm doing it. That way I know I did it and I don't screw up, right?
Yep. No, this is your first time producing. Actually, no, it's your second, because there was the show that I wasn't here that you had no choice but to produce. But you didn't do as much of this crazy stuff.
Yes. Like getting those videos all ready. This is actually exciting. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing the blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. And of course, now I just have to remember that I'm doing the blah, 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 blah. Which, speaking of the blah, 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 this is a great time to stop and take a break, which means it's time to hear from our sponsors and pay some bills. You are watching the Mushie Moment live here on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Boxcast, CBG TV, Pace Radio. And we're just like all over the place. We'll see you in a couple of minutes.
It didn't look like you were reading that off of a piece of paper at all.
I bet you didn't.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net. Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420.
Are you looking to get your medical cannabis grow license? Limestone City Hydroponics can help patients through the process of obtaining their license to grow medical cannabis. What's that? You don't have a doctor? If you meet the medical criteria, Limestone City Hydroponics has a nurse practitioner who can assess and provide medical cannabis prescriptions. What are you waiting for? Contact Limestone City Hydroponics at limestonecityhydroponics.ca or call them at 613-548-0420.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Cannabis edibles are an effective way to manage pain and other ailments, especially when you deal with your trusted partner, Legacy 420, in Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. You see, we lab test every product on site to ensure proper dosage every time, which is critical when consuming cannabis edibles. All Legacy 420 edibles are made by our classically trained baker and chocolatier, and we also have super tasty vegan options.
Our baker has been in the industry for 25 years. She's also a chocolatier. Everything from savory to sweet, your chocolate bars, brownies, butter tarts, you name it, we make it.
Talk to our knowledgeable Cannatex about our incredible variety available. Give your trusted partners a call. Legacy 420 out on your road.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
And we are back to the Mushie Moment. We are live here at paceradio.net, cbgtv.com, streaming all over the place. Like, I mean, seriously, you can just go seek and ye shall find. Pretty easy to find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mentioned that page about you'd mentioned the page about the presenters where you could read the little blurbs. So I figured I would add that up here and then just kind of give a scroll. Is it visible right now?
It is.
Okay, so I'll give a little scroll so people can just kind of have a quick look here. Okay, can you read right now on it?
Psychedelics, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Gabor Maté, MD, CM, is a Canadian physician who's
okay. You can read it. Perfect. So I'll just leave it up for a little minute here. There's, Chief Rueben George. They do Sundance stuff. He's got a sweat lodge thing that he has going on. Yeah, more than enough. I'm going to scroll it up. Ready? Yeah. Are you ready? Here we go. Or should you just read it out? You were doing pretty good that way.
Well, no, we don't need to read all of them, but I mean, like, as you can see, like, there is a large number of people coming that, as we saw when the video was playing, they do many different things. Like the Dank Duchess, she's working with cannabis and psilocybin, and she's beside Flavio Santi, and what does he do over here? He's an indigenous Kishore leader. Wow. Hereditary shaman and plant medicine healer of the Ayua clan of the Ecuadorian Amazon. Oh, I can't wait to meet him. Oh my God.
There's a lot of shit going on in there in the jungle in the Amazon.
Right? There's just so many people that are coming to this. I'm so thrilled.
It's hard because I'm trying to watch it on the phone to make sure I don't scroll too far because I can't really see where I'm at here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard, right? It's basically your screen is in front of us.
Okay.
Susan Leopold. Look at all these people. Like, they're just Tom Hades, and who are these people? Eden began her psychedelic journey volunteering for the Portland Psychedelic Society in 2016. In 2018, she began producing events. Well, that's really exciting. A psychedelic event producer.
So she's reconciling tensions and seeking harmonization. Oh. Sorry, I'm just doing some reading here as well because there was a few I hadn't actually looked up. Passionate defender of biodiversity.
They have little blurbs here. So it's one of the things that when I'm sitting I'm not sure where my stopover is tomorrow, but this is a good thing to bring up when I'm sitting there in my stopover and take a read. I want to mark the people that I want to make sure I get a chance to see, right?
Well, I know Melanie Waterfall and Richard Clay. I want to definitely catch that. It's on the 5MEO, and with our experience with the 5MEO and, where we've been walking and where we are walking and the experience we're gaining with it. Any more information I get there is just,
absolutely.
That's going to be a world of. So I'll kick that out and go back here. Yeah. Hopefully everybody else was reading some of that stuff and just seeing and is getting as excited as we are. Hey.
This time tomorrow, I will be in the air on the way to BC for this conference.
And Friday, we'll be there. Well, I'll be there. John will be there setting up. Hopefully, you'll be helping us set up,
what else am
I doing? Saying hi to Mark and saying hi to Stephen and saying hi to...
Yeah, the conference is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, so it is 3 days. So, it's not just a setup day. There will be people there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm going. I'll be there to help you guys set up. And, if either of you need a break, as long as Gabor or Paul's not speaking, I can come help.
Yeah, as Mark Howard's setting up at the table next to us.
Is it?
I don't know. But I tell you, the look on your face was priceless.
I'd be like, we don't have to go searching for him.
Yeah, we're setting up on our own, John.
No, I think now that we have formed a friendship with a lot of these people, and I think that people are going to come to your table looking for us. Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh hey, where's Cindy? They'll be coming searching us out. And I think I'm excited to see them. So excited to see these people.
That would be funny. Because we're creeping in there to seek them out.
Are we?
I'm not creeping in. I was a creep last year. This year I'm walking in.
I'm walking in going, hey.
Oh, man. So one of the other people that facilitates this, we also had on as a guest.
Yes, we've had two of the people that facilitate this. So not just we haven't just had Stephen Gray on. We actually had, I think before Stephen, we had Mark on, specifically talking about the whole thing that they do. Steve is clicking buttons, so I will continue to talk about Mark. We had.
I know my head's moving. You can see me clicking. No, I've got him in here. We've, I gathered up a few little videos, just kind of short things for people can see what they are and what they, who the person is.
Because up until about 15 minutes before showtime, I had no power, no internet. I was wearing a hat. My hair was frizzy. Yeah.
And the best part was you'd said yesterday, yeah, I'll get it all together. Don't worry. So I go and log on, and I thought, we don't have a room. And I phone, I have no power. Uh-oh. I'm going to learn how to do all this crap. Okay. And here we are. Look at us. Look at us just killing it.
Or
killing them, one or the other.
Something.
I'm going to, how do I go add to stage, and up he comes. And then I go to here. And here's Marc Caron.
Great day, everyone. It's day 5 of this 100-day, 100-video YouTube challenge. And again, my topic being inspired conscious living. One of the things I wanted to share with you today was just something I talk about a lot when I'm sharing with people or coaching or anything I like to share. One of the tools I like to teach anyways or share is the 5 Ps for living a conscious life and living a life of, your dreams, really. And the 5 Ps, really, the first one is about living your life of purpose. What's your purpose in life? Why do you get out of bed in the morning? What is it you look forward to doing? What's your mission in this world? A life of purpose really gives one, a reason to get up in the morning. The second P is to live a life of presence and really be present in the moment and not be thinking about, the past. When you're living in the past, it's just not real. You're not in the present. When you're looking towards the future, again, you're not in the present. It's okay to do what you got to do. And, people will go back to the past and plan for the future. And that's what I say, live in the present, learn from the past, plan for the future. And that's certainly a great way I like to go anyway, because we need to be aware of, certain things and why we do what we do. So the third P is to live a life of passion. Are you excited? Do you live your life with some enthusiasm and some inspiration? Do you go through life with some pep in your step and excited about what you're doing? And part of that is related to your purpose. So, to know what drives you. The fourth P is, of course, living a life of pleasure. Is what you're doing, does it feel good? Are you getting pleasure in your life? People get pleasure in so many different ways. One way is food. Another way is through our connections and our relationships and, our sexuality as well gives us a lot of pleasure. So, are you living your life with pleasure? And, we are drawn to pleasure. It's something I talked about yesterday, the pain pleasure principle, right? So use pleasure as a tool to, motivate you and pull you through your day in a great way. And of course, the last P, the fifth P that I like to always share, and this is the fun one, and it's to be playful. Living a life that's not playful can be kind of boring, right? I like to be silly and fun, and I just recently watched a new Seinfeld episode or special that I thought was quite interesting, and he kind of talked about that with his comedy, that he was just always, he wanted to be fun, he wanted to be playful, he didn't want to live in this world of serious adulthood. And when was the last time you were just playful and silly, like a kid, being like a kid again? And I know these are times that I cherish, and I remember, just having some great times and some trips with some good friends. And we were playful and giddy and laughing, and people must have thought we were drunk or on drugs or whatever it was, but we weren't. We were just having a great time because we were being playful. So again, those are a few of my 5 Ps for It's 5 of my 5 P's for living life consciously. Again, the first one is live your life with purpose. The second is to live your life with presence. The third is to live your life with passion. The fourth P is to live your life with pleasure. And the fifth P is to be playful. So go ahead and try out those 5 P's, see how they work for you. I look forward to hearing your comments and any feedback and suggestions you have. And there we go, day 5 of the.
Wow, I like that.
Yes. Yes, he runs as a presenter on Conscious Living Network as well. And it's all, it's all about being conscious, bringing yourself into the now, bettering yourself. It's all about healing. It's awesome.
Yeah, he's a very nice guy. I really enjoyed when we had him on. It was a very easy conversation and a very easy interview.
He was the first person I met last year when I got there. And it was just like we'd known each other for years.
Yeah. Yeah. No, but the more we talk about it, the more butterflies I'm getting in my stomach. My heart's getting excited. More excited. I mean, my brain is just nattering with like, holy fuck, you get to meet all these people and you get to hug these people that you haven't seen in a while. And it's just, what a fucking great weekend it's going to be. Sorry from all my swearing, but that just goes along with me being really fucking excited.
Well, it was weird because about 7 or 8 years ago, my friend Selena, before it got bigger, and actually before Mark was doing his position, my friend Selena was working with them. And she brought me in at the time, said, you need to come and meet these people. And I actually went in and I went to a meeting and Stephen was there and they had this little meeting, but I was kind of, there was a bit of trauma going on in my life at that point in time. And my focus wasn't real in there, but it was an introduction. And I went to a couple meetings and then I had to bow out. Life went a little crazy. And she kept the introduction to the medicine. She would call me, hey, having a cannabis yoga. Hey, you want to try this? And it was weird all of a sudden, it was weird having a table there and having the healing products that John and I have come up with there for people that are looking for those type of products and understand, the science and the healing, not just the magic mushroom, that aspect of things. It can be used for healing, and all these presenters that just put the science and the verification and the truth behind the healing that is possible utilizing these medicines. They're foods. Truly, they're foods. Mushrooms are a food. Food is medicine. The food has other medicines in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like a lot of this medicine is food. Like I'm studying cacao right now. And I mean, it's known as, I just got this book yesterday. It's known as the food of the gods. And I don't know if anybody there, I didn't read enough to see if anybody there is speaking on any of this kind of medicine. But I mean, again, it's food. This is something that, the people like the Mayans drink daily. Like everybody drinks daily. Everybody. It doesn't matter if you're the high priestess or if you're just the person that's, building a hut. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody stops and drinks a cup of this communally daily.
Reduces heart disease by immense numbers.
So it's a lot of this, it's just the way that you said that, like it's food. Like, I mean, a lot of this medicine, it can be used as food too, right? Like, I mean, it's just amazing.
The cacao, I'm going to push one of our supplements, but it's in one of our supplements, a 7 mushroom blend with rhodiola and cacao. And the cacao was recently added. Why? I was watching a podcast and these two guys were talking and the one guy off the cuff goes, well, people just don't know, but they should, that 5 cups of organic rock or cacao, done in a hot chocolate form and you drink 5 cups of that a week and you can double your stem cell growth. And then he drops off the cuff and after 50 years, stem cell growth can drop in half. Well, stem cell growth is healing. that is your healing cells growing. And you can double it drinking that. Like it should be in everybody's diet. It immediately went in. I went, wow, in with the 7 mushrooms and the rhodiola. Now we got a chocolate coffee bomb. Oh yeah, it's awesome and incredibly healing.
Yeah.
Oh, because one of the mushrooms in there is turkey tail. And one of the presenters is a mushroom guy that we're both super excited to see. We're both super excited to meet. Oh, wait, I forgot to pop his
You click buttons now.
Okay, I got to click buttons. Where is he? Here he is.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, we're just going to play this clip because this is one of the mushrooms in the 7 mushroom blend with rhodiola and cacao.
Metastasized. It went to her sternum. It went to her liver. She had stage 4 breast cancer. The doctor gave her less than 3 months to live and stated that it was the 2nd worst case of breast cancer she has seen as a doctor in 20 years of practice. We had the Circle family meeting. Many of you have gone through this. My mom announced that she bought a pine casket, the cheapest one that she could find, because she was going to heaven. But then the doctor said, you know, you're too old to have radiation therapy. You can't have your breast removed. But there's an interesting study on turkey tail mushrooms at Bristol Medical School. You might want to try taking those. And that's my brother goes, well, my son's supplying those. So she was put on Taxol and Herceptin, wonderful drugs. And then she started taking 8 turkey tail capsules a day, 4 in the morning and 4 in the evening. And that was in June of 2009. And today, my mother has no detectable tumors. And metastasized.
Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, he's going to be there and he's going to be speaking. And once again, I was smart enough, thanks to like somebody telling me that they were on sale, to get a VIP ticket. So I'm going to be in the VIP section right there with him right there, like hello.
Maybe you and Gabor will be sitting beside each other.
Let's manifest it.
Well, if I'm going to manifest them sitting right beside each other, it's going to be at my table. Our table. Sorry, John.
Yeah, they'll probably be sitting with me in the VIP section.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm pretty, this is pretty damn exciting, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredible 3 days.
I found it interesting that there's the 5-MeO in there, but it's a plant medicine. That's why. Never mind. It's not that interesting. I was going to mention the toads, but it's not a toad medicine conference or a frog medicine conference. It's a plant medicine conference.
Uh-huh. Somebody talked about Cambo there. They're talking about Sapo, frog medicine. Somebody's talking about Sapo. I saw that when we were going through.
Oh, here I missed it.
They are including frogs. It'll be interesting.
Psychedelics. It's all psychedelics and where you get them. And
yeah, so they'll like the people who are talking about 5-MeO will probably talk about Bufo at the same time. I would be shocked if they don't.
Yeah.
Kind of where it came from. There was Bufo, and then the vegan scientist wanted to stop people from chasing after the toads, so he made 5-MeO.
Which is pretty awesome.
Extracted 5-MeO. Let me correct my language. He extracted, because it's not man-made, it's man-extracted. So it's not a synthetic, it's an extraction. It's like THC diamonds versus flour.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a vegan scientist that learned how to extract 5-MeO, which is, it gives the same effect as Bufo. Are they the exact same medicine? Do they come with the same spirit? I personally believe, in my experience, yes. I felt that the experiences were different, even though they were the same, but I did feel the same spiritual love from both of them.
Yes. Yes. That's all I have on that, actually, is yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, hopefully these people that are speaking of 5-MeO will speak of both. It's, I'm really excited to see that too, because, the next 2 courses I'm taking both revolve around Bufo 5-MeO. And I'm pretty excited for that. And you just took a course.
I did. I took a 5-MeO facilitating program so that I can facilitate journeys for people.
Which is the same one I'm going to be taking when I'm out there.
It is. It's quite awesome. And I know I have a few more. I got to attend a few more, and I've facilitated a couple now. And it's somewhere that I'm really looking forward to expanding my knowledge and experiencing.
I've had this fucking dude calling me since I can remember. So yeah, I'm excited to take the course. The other 5-MeO course that I'm taking.
My toad's bigger than your toad.
I love it. You can't burn that one. The other 5-MeO course I'm taking, it's a 9-month course. It focuses more or a lot on the integration afterwards. So we have a lot of doctors and people coming in and teaching us, some integration tools. So I'm really excited about that. Like really excited about that because, I'm from the East Coast, and down here on the East Coast, there is, if there are people that serve cacao or 5-MeO or, iboga, I've never heard of them. And I've looked, I've sought. Like when they told me to seek and ye shall find, like I sought for a long time before your documentary came along. And I finally said, it finally clicked to go, just fucking look people up on Facebook. Duh. So I did. But, I looked all around Nova Scotia. I reached out to different people. I looked and I could find ayahuasca. Once I got back from iboga, I started talking about my iboga trip. I found ayahuasca shaman here, but I still haven't found iboga. I still haven't found cacao. I still haven't found 5-MeO or Bufo. Like there's none of it down here.
That's because you don't find it. It finds you.
Well, it yanked me all the way to the other side of the country.
Yeah, I sit blowing my mind going, I didn't see me being a 5-MeO facilitator, but the universe put it in front of me and now I'm a 5-MeO facilitator. The knowledge that I get from that whole program in learning and facilitation is also applicable to the mushroom end. I've been a mushroom guide for many years, and it's nice to actually learn some guiding techniques other than what I learned from just being guided by a bunch of other people as well. I get to combine everything, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's not something I really, it's not something I saw myself doing, but I can look back and go, oh, look, you were already doing it lots already. And now we're just opening your toolbox. And it's like, oh, okay. Because of course I in the cannabis world, I work with full extract cannabis oil as well for healing. And yeah, it's another tool in the toolbox. And this tool is just so powerful. It's been immense in my healing. They've all been life-changing. I just find the best way I can put it is they all speak different languages. And depending on your trauma and the language you speak, you may have to do a few to fit the little pieces together, or some people will only do one once, but they hear the language properly, all the pieces fit, and it goes, oh, this all makes sense, and I'm okay, and it files, and they're okay after that. And it's seeing those people that make me go, yes, it's fucking possible. My years of my trauma, a lot of us out there, a lot of you people watching this show, our trauma is longer and took longer, and it just will be longer and taking longer in our healing. And sometimes it requires getting just like you get different, you can have the same thing said to you by 20 different people, but all of a sudden one of them says it in a way you grasp it. The medicines work that same way. It's just an energy that comes over you that lets you understand and lets you be at peace.
Yeah. So we're getting to that time, and I just want to remind you that if you are in the Vancouver area-ish, and you can make it to the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, you should come on down. If you can get a ticket, there are going to be some amazing speakers. You can pop in and say, hey, find Steve's table. Say hey to Steve. I might be around.
Find the VIP booth. No.
And come say hi. It's going to be educational, informative. It's going to be an absolute blast. It's going to be mind-blowing. And I truly believe that this weekend is going to be life-changing.
Do you know if Gareth is going to be there?
No, he's on the Sunshine Coast this week.
Oh.
Yeah. But we can go over next week and say hi. I've already been talking with Blair.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. It's too bad because he's the only one that's going to be missing from that whole Dosed crew.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we're not going to be fully dosed this weekend.
No.
Where's my bad dad joke t-shirt? Okay, so is there anything we need to say other than goodbye? What are we at?
No, I mean, do we want to throw up? Do you happen to have ready the website for the Spirit Plant Medicine Conference and a banner?
Give me a second.
I thought I heard you like get one ready, just to throw that up there for.
The banner. Thank you, banners. Here we go.
There we go. Yeah, so you can check it out
there. Look, I made two of them.
Yay. Keep the ticker one up for when we do the commercial. That way people can just see it. So you can check out there. You can grab a ticket. Come on down. We would love to see you. It's going to be an absolutely amazing time. I can't wait to get at some of those vendors. I'm hoping to get a new Karupi pipe because I want a new one. And maybe some new Hape because like I need more. Nothing to see here. And that really takes us to the end, folks. So we're there at the end of the show. Thanks for joining us here at the Mushie Moment for today, Halloween, October 31st, 2023.
You're listening to the Pace Radio.
Oh, don't make you say shut up, Cindy. On Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, paceradio.net, cbgtv.com, and of course on Boxcast on the Roku. Yes.
Sorry, I got a little trigger happy there. Bye, everybody. Oops. Bye, everybody.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
When you have a pain that's reached its peak, Legacy for 20, it's so unique. If organic cannabis is what you seek, here's your trusted partners 7 days a week. Suppository salves, vapes and drops, topicals, edibles, infused pop. Just when life seems like it ain't easy, at Legacy 420, enjoy a pop freezy. Lab tested products, make them the GOAT. Legacy 420 out on your road. Legacy 420 in Tyndonega Mohawk territory. Indigenous organic cannabis at its finest.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420. We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.